What's up everybody, Ramey here, and today what we're doing is we're reviewing Signature Fitness Safety Spotter Arms. These are spotter arms that I purchased. You can see them right here on my rack from Amazon. They are only $60, which is way cheaper than any good quality brand is selling their safety spotter arms for. So let's talk about what I think of these things, how they fit my rack, and if I think you should buy them. So first thing, these are only $60 from Amazon, as I said, super cheap. It took about 3 or 4 weeks to have them delivered because they were definitely shipped from China to me. I think sometimes they do ship them quicker with Prime, but for some reason I ordered them through Prime and it took, I don't know, 3 to 4 weeks to get them to me. But I wasn't in a rush, and that's okay. Hey, I'm saving a bunch of money. Let's see what the quality is like of these things. So I have an X3 squat rack. You can see this, the spotter arm on my rack. These things measure from this point to the end of the rack is only 18 inches, which is kind of on the small end for safety spotter arms, but I purposely wanted small ones. So they're 22 inches total. What that means is someone like me with a 24-inch rack, these will fit inside my rack. Now I don't necessarily use them inside the rack, but I wanted the option because I didn't need, 24, 36, I didn't need these huge long spotter arms, really. I use these for backup sometimes, or when I'm doing certain exercises. I don't use them too often, so I didn't really need anything big. And just for storage and different purposes, I thought, hey, I might as well get ones that fit inside the squat rack. That's how I found these in the first place. So I saw some reviews on Amazon that said they did specifically fit the X3 rack. So this is a 5/8 inch pin, so they fit 5/8 inch pin racks, and this is 3x3. So I would imagine it's going to fit, it definitely fits the Titan X3. I'd imagine it's going to fit the Rep 4000, and I don't know about the Rogue racks because they are slightly bigger because of the metric versus imperial measurements, but I would imagine these probably are going to fit the Rogue racks too. So let's talk about my review of these things and what I think about them so far. So first of all, as far as weight, I have put 300 pounds on these things to see if they held up, and they did hold up just fine to 300 pounds. I also saw some reviews on Amazon, and one of the guys said he actually dropped 315 or something like that on the spotter arm, and it saved him. So, they are holding up. It says they hold 1,000 pounds. I haven't tested that. I don't have that much weight. So, so far as like how do they hold up when I put weight on them, they hold up good. But let's talk about some of the qualities. So first of all, if you look closely, they do have 5/8 inch holes all throughout. So if you put these like across your rack, you could actually put like a bar or tube or whatever. You can put attachments on this if you wanted to. It does have a flipped up little lip here. It does have protective plastic here. One of the issues with this plastic is if this plastic broke, you can't replace it. You can see there's no screws. It's just like knobs, so it's basically like put in here. You could probably figure out a way to make the plastic just work if you really needed to, but yeah, you can't just replace the plastic and make it super nice. So that's kind of a disadvantage. That also goes to the inside of the safety spotter arm. You can see that it's just lined with kind of like a felt material, so it's not lined with plastic. It's not scratching my rack, so that is one of the advantage. The felt material is working and preventing scratches, but it's not as good as the plastic, and it's definitely probably not going to hold up as well. I've had these for a few months now, so it's not like I've had them for like a week or something like that, but yeah, I don't know how this is going to hold up to like years of abuse. I would assume they're probably not going to the inside of that, but I could easily replace this with another kind of felt too. I mean, for $60, you kind of get what you pay for there. As far as the welds, you can see the weld of the pin. Pin is actually went into the metal here and out, so they welded it right here on the outside, and you can see this nice fat weld here. That's a great sign that this is a very stable pin, that this thing's welded in here really good, because I can literally see the weld. So I know that it's welded in really good, which is great as far as safety goes. As far as the bottom goes, nice, great support down here, which would tell me, yeah, this probably will hold the weight that they say it will. It's got a nice big piece of metal here to support this beam. Nice weld here, but you can see it's not welded the whole way. It's like welded here, here, and here. I'm not sure how much that really affects it. The main thing is that it's welded right here in this corner here, and it is welded really good. As far as the finish is surprisingly really nice. It's like a nice finish on the thing. Came not damaged or anything like that. You can see my safety pin is kind of like wearing away from being scratched when I put it in and out of the rack. But otherwise, I've been pretty happy with a $60 purchase. I think for those of you looking for a safety spotter arm that fits inside a 24-inch rack, this is definitely a great option. For those of you looking for a spotter arm and just don't have the funding for the better ones, I think this is a great option. If you're looking for ones that have holes, because not all of them do, I think this is a great option. What this doesn't have that both the Titan and Rep spotter arms have is a little locking pin in the back bottom, and that prevents it from sliding. I personally really like that on both the Titan and Rogue safety spotter arms. So I think if you're like debating, should I get this? I probably, if you're gonna use this as your main like protection against squats, bench, I probably would upgrade to either the Titan or Rogue safety spotter arms because they have the safety pin and they're a little longer. I think that safety feature of having a little more length, I think these are great for inside the rack or those of you looking for a cost-effective option. Again, Signature Fitness, Amazon, 60 bucks for safety spotter arms. I mean, what do you gotta lose? They have really good reviews on Amazon, so it's not just me saying they're nice. Like a bunch of other people have too, and they definitely fit your rack. So, I mean, you got spotter arms. Hey, give them a try. Let me know if you've actually tried these things. I'd be curious to know what other people think of them. But I gotta say, they're really not too shabby. All right, y'all, later.